Right, good evening. For anyone who's been watching my channel, they'll remember in the previous video I did just quickly show you a quick glimpse of the 505 that I bought a while ago, really to keep as a bit of a long-term project, of which is still very much the case. However, we did run into a good bit of luck the other day, and I was informed about another 505 which was very close to my house, which was almost unbelievable, because I spent ages trying to find this one, and I eventually managed to find one up in the London area, and obviously brought it down here. Now I just got basically a message on Facebook to say someone's auntie was scrapping an old 505, so I managed to get hold of the phone number ASAP, and just got ridiculously lucky. Basically, the story behind this one, you'll notice it's literally an identical twin of the one we got. It's a 505 GTI 2.2 automatic, and it's even the same colour. It's completely identical in every way to the one that I've already got. Not that I'm a fan of the same colour, but that would be irrelevant anyway. But yeah, so we heard the whole story about it. It's basically sat for she reckons 14, well, either 13 or 14 years. It's sat in her garden where it was. She basically gave me the key. It took me ages to get in the door. Everything was absolutely sealed solid, and she went out my door. She said that's the first time the door's been opened in 12 years. Basically it was abandoned, I believe, when her mother died, and then the car sat there ever since, which is a crying shame really, because apparently the car was mint when it was abandoned. There's 68k on the clock. Obviously now the car itself is pretty far gone really. As you can see, the rust situation in the front end here is pretty bad. I mean, I haven't been underneath it. You could be sort of too bad underneath, but the car itself is gone really. The arches are all rusted out, etc. However, it's 100% complete. So it's got all of the bits and pieces we're missing for this one, because this one's missing so much. Interior stuff mainly, like all the interior trim stuff's missing, the blower motor's missing, the shroud's missing. There's just so much stuff missing off this car that would be so difficult, well, I'm proving is to be so difficult to get hold of, and this car's got it all on it, and obviously also a car's worth of spare parts. So yeah, we had fun loading it. It was in a bit of a housing estate in her back garden basically. So me and Chris went down with the two Land Rovers. Obviously we didn't take the Hilux, that's just hooked into it now. So we did manage to eventually drag it out. Obviously all four wheels seized absolutely solid, all four tyres flat. We managed to drag it out and get it onto the trailer of the winch and the Land Rover pushing, dead at home. So we'll get it off the trailer now, give it a quick blast off with a hose. As I said, there's not really any intentions on getting this car on the road or anything. Like, this one really is gone. I mean, just look at the door, it's absolutely, look at the state of it. The poor car, she said to me it was immaculate when it was abandoned. You know, literally she's literally abandoned for no other reason. So that is a bit of a shame, but never mind, it can at least live again in the form of spare parts for the one that we've already got. So we'll get it off a trailer here now. I think we are going to basically just stick a battery in it and give it a spray and just see if we've got any spark, because if it's got spark it might run. Yeah, I'll pop the bonnet in a minute for you to have a look, but it's pretty interesting in there. Right, let's unload the old girl in a minute. Go steady because it's right by the light. If the angular pipe is right up, or the car goes go down and stop, make the light straight away.
Oh, that was useful. You should have seen us trying to get it out the hole.
Right, I think we're going to have to put a battery in it. Right, let's get the bonnet up. As you can see, there is a few problems with a bit of metal fatigue here.
I'm coming from over here.
I think it's safe to say she's been sat for the good 14 years. The bonnet stay down.
See if this will take weight.
She does, I reckon. Oh, no, that's a bit of a dodgy start, look. Someone's had the intake hose off. I wonder why that was off. Oh, there's a battery in it.
Shall I get the multimeter out?
Right, so we get the battery out, we'll get one in there that's got some hope of taking charge. And I'll just see if we even get lights on the dash, stroke some sort of starter click. And we'll bring you back in at that point. But just look at the rust. Right, put a battery in it. To my absolute astonishment, the electric fuel pump ran straight away. Obviously, immediately pissing fuel out in like 3 or 4 places. So we've patches in, and the return is just going straight on a pipe into the fuel cap because that's just leaking in so many places. The starter wouldn't turn, and we've just been hitting it and banging it and all the rest. It is now turning over, and it's got fuel pressure. I would be very surprised if we have spark. The throttle is currently absolutely solid. Over a swing though, just so you can hear. She's sounding sweet. Literally, where's the ether?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say I don't think there's any spark.
No, would be inclined to agree.
I'm just going to plug out the pile a minute and see if there's anything happening here off the back of the coil.
I was going to stick a plug in the end of the lead here, so that would basically tell me if we've got any spark going on. Obviously this thing is actually fuel injected and it has a semi-electronic ignition, doesn't have any points but it does have a dizzy. So it's like an old CDI unit. So chances are there's some issues there. Can't really see what's going on, to be honest. Can you just turn the key while I can't see the plug running? Right, we've ascertained that we've got spark, so we'll give her a shot of ether just to see what happens.
There's spark!
Well, that blew the cobwebs out the inlet anyway. snort. She wants to run. Yeah. It must be getting petrol now. Unbelievable! Sounds handy enough, doesn't it? From 14-year-old petrol as well. Right, we got both of these running now, so we're going to put them into an old barn for the time being, for some storage just for now. We haven't really got time to do anything with them. So we're just fixing this one up a little bit because we've got to drive across the field to get to the barn. We've got the front tyres won't take air because the tyres are knackered, so we're going to try and put the spare on the front of this one. Just managed to get them both running enough to go down here, and then we'll drive them up across. We had a few issues with the completely rusted out wheel bolts, so some attention to that was required. But otherwise a battery and a bit of petrol and away she went. We lost a fuel line when someone was doing donuts. Couldn't imagine who that was. Obviously pissed all the petrol out of the line and it died, and it hasn't started again without killing the battery. So here we are in the middle of the field with a flat battery, waiting for Chris. He's gone to get the Hilux to get us going again, and then we'll take it down into the old barn. So I'm just waiting for the sound of the Lux, to be honest. Look into the distance, you can see a cloud of smoke. I can only assume the Hilux has fired. Here she is. So they're both in here. That is going to be long-term storage until Farah notices.
Until Farah notices. He might notice if he watched the video.
And this is where they'll sit for the foreseeable future until we've got time.